Hello guys, how's everybody doing today? Wonderful and great to see all of you here today. Alright, so a question I have here basically goes, so Mark, you talk a lot about manifesting quantum physics, a lot of great spiritual teachers, or I'm just paraphrasing so to make things go, I'm getting to you. A lot of spiritual teachers basically talk about feeling is the secret, Neville Goddard, Abraham Hicks, Joe Dispenza, Bob Proctor, the list goes on. They say feeling is the secret. I've heard other opinions that feeling is not really the secret. Can you break down how we truly manifest and create our life? Okay. Hey guys, how you doing? So, if you want to manifest anything in your life, the most powerful emotion or state of being to manifest something is in the state of thought. Feelings are like a supplement to it. Feelings are an additive. So it's not totally the feeling. The feeling does play a big, crucial role in manifesting your desires. But the real secret to manifesting anything in your life is the thought energy that you're thinking. It's your thoughts. It's how you're focused on your thoughts. It's what you're thinking. The thinking will generate the feeling. And I'll put it to like this. We bring things into our reality when we are detached from the outcome. You know what detached means? It means not having feelings towards the outcome. Think about that. So if feeling was really the... okay, if I'm going to put it a percentage, I'll put it the percentage like this. It will take... it will be 70% thought energy, 30% feeling energy. So depending on how you look at it, you have to be balanced with manifesting or bringing your desires into what we call the physical reality. So when you're manifesting anything in your life, and they all talk about this, is the detachment. Detachment is simplistically saying that there is no feelings attached. That's what detachment is. Detachment means that that's what I would like, that's what I want, but I'm not hung up on it. I don't have any emotional feelings tied to it. So that's what you do when you manifest. So it's manifesting is more about seeing an outcome, expecting it. Then the feelings follow. So you gotta be balanced when you're manifesting with feelings, because sometimes when you hear the thing about feeling, a lot of us will start to put our feelings into it. If you put too much feeling into manifesting, it's going to drain you emotionally, mentally. If you put too much feeling into manifesting, it's going to block your manifestation. You put too much feeling into manifesting, it's going to create resistance. The key is just to have that tad bit amount of feeling to spark it so it could come into your reality. The feeling is just supposed to spark the manifestation. The feeling is not supposed to bring in the manifestation. What brings in your manifestation is your intention and your thought energy. What you are thinking about, what you're expecting, that's what brings your manifestation into the physical reality or the physical world. So the reason why a lot of individuals fail to manifest, or why some people are better at manifesting than others, and why some people get what they want and others don't, is because of the feeling thing. A lot of us have been, what's the best word? A lot of us have been duped by the feelings thing. The feeling is what makes people fail to manifest. Because what happens is, people are putting too much emotional attachment to what they want. So if you put too much feeling into something because you really want it, you're actually propelling it away from you. See what I mean? So why some people manifest more than others, because the ones that manifest more than others, they're not all into their feelings. The ones who don't manifest, they're all into their feelings. You can't be all into your feelings. You understand how this stuff works now? So it's 70% the thought, 30% the feelings. So it's not the feelings that manifest it. Does that make sense to you? You understand what's going on here? You know, comment if this makes sense, because this is important for you to understand. Yeah, because look, your subconscious mind, right? It automatically believes that you already have everything you want. So in the subconscious mind, the best way I want to put it for you to understand is to make it really make sense to you, so you can really start to like tune your energy and manifest what you want. You got to understand the operational system of the subconscious mind. Yeah, like someone says, whenever I say F it, I get it. Yeah, that's what, because you've detached from the feelings. You're not blocking it, because in your subconscious mind, right? What happens is your subconscious mind has a map that says it's already done, it's already yours. So your subconscious is looking at the feelings, it's saying, okay, what level are our feelings at? Wait a minute, your feeling is too high about this stuff. It's already yours, but I can't give it to you because you're telling me you don't have it, so I got to give you what you don't have. See what I'm saying? So the subconscious is going to replay what the feeling. So if I say I really want it, your subconscious say, oh, you really don't want it. But if you say I already have it, it's a done deal, I spark it with the feelings, your subconscious will say, all right, you got it, it's yours. So these are things that you have to tune in and kind of retweak in your journey in the matrix to create and master your life the best way possible. Because well, someone here says, I don't understand. All right, so let me make you understand. Best way I want to make it simple for you. The way your mind works is this. When you really, really want something, it thinks you really, really don't want it. This is the simplest way I can make it for you. When you really, really don't want something, your mind thinks you really, really do want it. That's the ABCs, or the easiest way I can make you understand it. So let me repeat it again. When you really, really do want something, you're going to feel like you really, really do want it. Your subconscious mind is going to think you really, really don't want it. When you really, really don't want it, your mind's going to think you really, really do want it. Because feelings are attached to these states. When I feel like I really, really want something, my mind says, oh, you already have this. The key to this, guys, is in your unconscious and the universe. Nothing is missing. Everything is here and now. It believes, listen carefully, it believes that you already have what you want, and as an energetic state. Remember, it takes energy to turn into matter. So it's going to be energy first. No, you don't keep saying, no, it's not something for you to say. You don't keep saying I don't want money. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just showing you that when you're too attached, when you really, really want something, or a feeling or a desire for something, you're affirming you don't have it to your subconscious mind. When you have a stable feeling of balance, like you're supposed to have it, like you don't care too much about it, you're thinking about it, you would love to have it, but you are not feelingly attached to it, that's when it comes into your favor. So yeah, believe you already have it. Now, you may ask me, well, why does it work like this? This doesn't make sense. That's how it works. That's the universe. It's not designed to make sense to you and I. Our job is to understand how it works and tune our life to matching how it works. It's not your job and my job to say, well, that doesn't make sense. Too bad. Too bad. So you're either gonna get on it, or you're just gonna stay in your feelings, and you're not gonna manifest too much. That's just how it works. Now I can go into logic to kind of show you, and I said it before, but I'll say it again because I don't think people are hearing what I'm saying to you. We generate our experiences and our world through majority of our subconscious or your unconscious mind. So in your unconscious mind, it has access to all the probable outcomes you could ever experience in your life. Because it has access to all those outcomes, The access means you are experiencing them in some other frequency or timeline. This is what your subconscious mind is saying, okay? So if your subconscious mind is saying you have access, it means you're experiencing these things. It means that anything that you want, your subconscious mind says you already have. So you cannot want nothing. When you're in a state of want or need, you're signaling the lack. You understand what I'm saying? So the trick is to believe and accept that, oh, I already have the stuff I want. All I have to do is get my subconscious to match the frequency of me already having it. And the best way to match the frequency is, okay, I'll make a simple example. When you have stuff, you don't really care too much about it. There's no hard feelings into it. If you have money in your bank account, if you have money in your pocket, you don't care too much about money now because you have it already. So if you have it already, you're going to get more money. See what I'm showing you? If you don't have money in your bank account or you don't have enough money in your pocket, you're going to get needy, you're going to get desperate, and you think that's going to make you get more money, but you're actually going to resist more money. See what I'm saying? Reverse psychology, yes. So you have to kind of like act like you already have it. If you want to call it tricking the subconscious, whatever works best for you, use it. But this is just how the universe works. Every single day, all the time. It's not going to change. You have to change. You have to adapt. You have to get this concept so that you can make it work. Your conscious mind is not going to get this concept. So that's why we always fall back. We lose track because we get back into our feelings. Think about it. Okay, I'll give you an example. Think about it when it comes to human beings, man. The easiest example is, listen. Let's say you like somebody or you're fond of somebody. If you get too attached, they're going to get turned off. They might say, damn, you're stalking me. Oh my God, you're too needy, right? Why are you so needy? It's going to push them away. But you're saying, well, it's not supposed to be right. I'm showing this person affection and love and I need it. But they're running away from me. Why are they running away from you? Why are they running away from you? Because you're sending a desperate frequency of need. People will get turned off when you have desperate frequency of need. Your subconscious mind will get turned off when you have a desperate frequency of need. So that's how feelings work. So the model here is, the main point of this lecture is don't get caught up in your feelings when it comes to manifesting. Just use a feeling to spark it and then let it go. Don't overindulge. Don't get into this high emotional state of need. You got it, because you're not going to get it. You're just going to resist it. When you act like you have something, when you expect something, when your feelings aren't tied up into it, everything comes to you. And I just gave you the example if you're dealing with like human beings, and everybody, I'm sure everybody that experienced this before knows someone that experienced it. When you get into your feelings, you're going to turn the people off. When you get too attached or needy, they're going to tell you you're too attached. What's the famous word they use? Clingy. Oh my God, you're too clingy. She's too clingy. He's too clingy. Right? There you go. It works the same thing with manifesting stuff. Now look at the other hand. When you don't get too clingy or too needy, they start to chase you. Why don't you give me no attention anymore? What's going on? Da, da, da. See, they come to you because you're not needy. You're not in your feelings. Everything in moderation. So the secret to manifest is not to get too much into your feelings. Get more into your thoughts. The more you're into the thoughts, the more you're going to get what you want. The thoughts are the images of what you can see in the end and receiving your desires. The more you can see it, the more it will be revealed into your physical reality. Someone says, I thought the feeling is a secret. That's misleading. I just explained this live to you guys. I repeat it again. The real secret to manifesting is the thought, not the feeling. 70% is the thought, 30% is the feeling. 70, 80, 90, 100% manifestation. Feelings are crucial, they are important, they are a part, but you just cannot feel your own way to manifesting, because what happens when you get the feelings, you're going to create too much emotional high, which will cause the resistance. So technically, feeling is not the secret, the real secret, technically. See how that works? Someone asked me here, can I explain further? If you just joined here, I did explain it, but I'll save this video so you can watch it. But I'll sum it up like this again. In your subconscious mind is where everything comes into reality. In the subconscious mind, there is no lack of anything. It believes everything is already yours. So if you come with a feeling like, let's use money. I need more money. I want to have more money, right? Your subconscious believes you already have enough money. So because your subconscious is illogical and it can't think like your mind can, when you say I need more money, it's going to look around and it's not going to tell you, oh wait a minute, you already have more money. It automatically knows, well, you have more money. The only thing that makes sense to the subconscious is to not give you money. See what I'm saying? So it's going to give you more of what you don't have. So if you come to your subconscious mind without the need or the feeling part of it too high, if you just come to the subconscious mind like, hey, I know I have it, it's coming, just give me some money, give me some success, your subconscious, here you go. Because there is no resistance, there is no glitch, there is no incongruence, there is no misexplanation, there is no disagreement. It says, all right. That's the best way I can make you explain it. See how it works? All right. That's today's lesson. See you again.